What's going on, y'all? This your boy, the Black Akashi, and I am here with a Bleach video. Now, off screen, I've been going through my own personal journey with Bleach. I got as far past the Soul Society arc, but then I took a break because I didn't really feel like watching at the moment. But when Bleach was announced for its return, I started picking it back up again. And man, did I love watching all of that, man. But the reason why I'm dropping this video now is because of the Bleach trailer that came out. And man, that shit was hype. Especially since I had finished it. So yeah, it was hype. I've only watched the anime, so that's why. That's kind of another reason why I didn't really want to talk about it as much. Because I didn't want to come across any manga spoilers or anything. I didn't want to read the manga because after it was announced, I was like, what's the point of me reading the manga if the anime's about to be animated? So I was like, all right, I ain't gonna read the manga. I'm gonna just watch it. But we are here to talk about Bleach. I'm trying to decide if I should make an Aizen video too, because man, that nigga is too fucking cold, bruh. Oh, that nigga is so fucking raw. Bruh, I'm about to just start talking about Aizen, bruh, out the ass, man. Man, fuck it, bruh. Let me just talk about Aizen real quick for a second, man. I might just make this an Aizen video or something, bruh, but fuck it, man. This nigga Aizen is so fucking cold, bruh. This dude is one of the fucking greatest anime villains ever. This is why people be comparing him to Madara. I see. This nigga is too fucking cold. The fact that this nigga been planning this for over hundreds of thousands of years is another thing that's raw. This nigga faked his own death. It's spoiler warning for anybody that come across this video that hasn't watched Bleach. I'm about to start gassing up Aizen real quick. This nigga Aizen fakes his death. I remember the first time I watched this nigga dead. I knew he wasn't dead because I already knew how big of an impact of a villain Aizen was. So that's like one of the things I knew that he wasn't dead. But it still shocked me. I was like, oh, this nigga dead. And I was like, nah, but he ain't really dead though. I like this nigga dead, but he ain't really dead. And then this nigga finessed everybody in the Soul Society arc. This man, he faked his death, washed everybody, and then he did one of the coldest transformations in anime history. This nigga took his glasses off, slicked his hair back, and went from a 7 to a 10. I'm like, bruh, if I could do that shit with my glasses, bruh, I'd be one of the most cocky niggas in the world right now, bruh. This nigga Aizen is so raw. And then he freaking has his own squad, bruh. I don't want to call him Katsuki, but he has one of his own squads too, bruh. The fucking shit. I apologize for forgetting their name. I want to call them the Spanish fucking Akatsuki because that's literally what their name is spelled like. Not spelled like, but Esparada. That's what they're called. The Esperadas. Yeah, Espada. That's what they're called. Espada. The Espadas. Like these niggas were so raw. All of them were raw, and the fact. That's not even the biggest part about it. The fact that all these niggas are raw. The rawest part about it is this nigga Aizawa. This nigga, he had all these niggas in check. He finessed. He had all these niggas scared, and all he did was just flex his spiritual pressure. I'm like, bruh, how strong? Like throughout the whole arc, I was like, how strong is this nigga? Because all he's doing is flexing his spiritual pressure. He did it to Grimjoy. Grimjoy was bucking after he fought Ichigo, and Ichigo had hit him. He was like, oh word? Like Grimjoy. Oh, that's how you feel? Oh, word? Oh, that's how you word? And then they're like, you wanna think about that again? Grimjoy? And this nigga like, this power, I can't handle it. I'm like, bruh, this nigga Aizen is wild. How the freak is this nigga got all these raw ass niggas in check, and all he's doing is flexing the spiritual pressure. And then the fact is, this nigga as freaking. I apologize for saying nigga so many times, but that's how raw this nigga Aizen is. This dude. And then when all of the captains pulled up on him, they couldn't do nothing, bruh. They could not do nothing against this nigga. This nigga was so raw. They literally had to put him in a fire force field. Captain Yamato. They literally had to have him put him in a force field just so they could beat up the other niggas. And then Aizen and Ori. I'm about to say Orihime. That's Ichigo's girl. And Snake Dude and Black Glasses, Black Cyclops. They literally put all three of them in the freaking container so that they couldn't do anything. And bruh, I was like, bruh, then when he came out that and he broke out that bitch with the boys, with his squad, I was like, oh shit, bro, we about to get into some top tier fighting. Matter of fact, hold on, rewind it back real quick. I didn't even bring up the most iconic part about the Soul Society arc, besides Aizen slicking his hair back. This nigga stopped Ichigo when he stopped Ichigo. Ichigo was about to hit him with his I'm about to say Suigetsu. I'm about to say his Bankai. He was about to hit him with his move, and all this nigga Aizen did was just have one finger, and then this nigga said, "Oh my," like it was shocked or something. He was like, "Oh my," and then boom, it's like Ichigo got done up, bro. I was like, bro, he stopped his theme music and everything, bro. Stopping the main character's theme music is like one of the rawest things villains could do in anime, bro. I wish we see more of that, bro. Lately, bro. I know they did it in Black Clover, cause somebody told me that, but it's like one of the funniest and rawest things ever, bro. This nigga just did it with one finger. He's like, "Oh my, how interesting." Anyway, back to Arrancar arc. This nigga freaking dog walked everybody, bruh. He put them all under his spell. Koikietsu. I think that's what it's called. Kogetsu. Hold on, man. I can't disrespect the GOAT. I can't disrespect the GOAT without knowing the name of his freaking sword. No, I was right. Kyoika Sugetsu. So I was right when I said Sugetsu earlier. But I said it for Aizen though. but I said it for Ichigo though. I'm about to say Sugetsu for him. But anyway, this nigga Aizen, bruh, he puts everybody under his freaking Zanpakuto. Kyoika Sugetsu. And they all was fighting each other. He had all the niggas fighting each other. And then Ichigo was the one that had to tell him, "Hey, what the hell are y'all doing? Y'all fighting each other." Bruh, I was like, man, Kyoika Sugetsu. This nigga Aizen, bruh, is so raw, man. And then another thing this nigga did. He said he's been plotting on Ichigo since day one. He's been plotting on him since day one. All of the power boosts that Ichigo got, all of the stuff that all of the Bankais and the Zanpakutos and all of the other power-ups and stuff he's been getting. He's behind every single one of it. All of Ichigo's near-death experiences, all of the stuff he's been through was all because of Aizen. I was like, bro, are you serious? Are you serious? This nigga was behind every single freaking thing. I don't want to say his mother's death and all that stuff, but damn, bro, this nigga, he's been plotting this for a good minute. This nigga is OD. What are you doing? How do you, I love the fact, one of the things I love about what Kubo did with Aizen is he made this nigga seem like the final villain, when that was not the case. You look at this arc, from the beginning to the end of the Arrancar arc, you would think Aizen is the final villain, but he's not. Like, how do you do that? How do you make this nigga seem like the final boss? the final villain, the end all be all. He hasn't even released his Bankai. He hasn't done anything. I don't want to say anything life-threatening or anything, but this nigga has not released his Bankai, and he's the final villain. I mean, Kenpachi hasn't released his Bankai either, but from what I've heard, he does. But in the manga, which in one of the most hypest fights in his career, but Aizen hasn't even released his Bankai, and this nigga seem like he's portrayed as the final villain. And then when he's arrested, this dude, when he's getting sentenced to prison, this dude, he still feels like he's in control. This nigga, he pulled a Klaus Michelson. If anybody's watched the originals, remember in season 4 or season 5, when Klaus was put on trial by Marcel and Rebecca and all of the other vampires that hated him, and Klaus literally talked his shit to every single one of them and stopped them from killing him. That's literally what Aizen did to them. He was like, oh man, y'all really think y'all in charge? Y'all really think y'all the shit? Y'all really think y'all got me locked up? Y'all really think y'all got your boy hemmed up? I bet. And then I bet y'all ain't shit. And then all of a sudden, they said, nah, send this nigga into jail longer. And then this nigga Aizen smiling the whole time. The whole time. Like, what the freak? This nigga here. Aizen, you're too goated, bruh. You're too goated, man. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, man, but I'm just talking about Aizen, man. This dude, he's hands down, man. I put him up there with Pain. I put him up there with Madara. Matter of fact, no, I put him above Madara. Madara is who Aizen wanted to be, but Madara got too OP, and they had to hold him. And they had to hold him with damn, I forgot her damn name. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, it's Suzuki. Them bums. Like, he was so OP that they had to do him dirty like that. And then Aizen, man. Aizen. You are a goat. I, for one, cannot wait for you to return when Bleach comes back this year. I, for one, am fucking excited to see what you do. I don't care if you don't do any damn thing. I don't care if you just flex your spiritual pressure or whatever, nigga. You just do what you do, and I'ma gas it up every single damn time. Cause Aizen, you are the GOAT. You are the main man of Bleach. You are the pinnacle of a final boss. But it ain't a final boss. But this 1,000-year blood war arc, 1,000-year blood war, whatever the fuck it's called. 1,000 blood year, 1,000. I had it right. 1,000-year blood arc, 1,000-year blood war. I cannot wait to see what you do in that bitch, because nigga, I am 100% excited to see my GOAT. Besides Ichi-Goat and Kenpachi, I'm for one am excited to see the boy Aizen, cause I want to see what he gonna do. Anyway, Aizen. You are the best thing to come out of. You are one of the best things to come out of Bleach, man. You are so freaking raw, man. I can't even get into the thoughts of. I can't even fathom like how Kubo even made you in the first place. I know that nigga was on. He was on some goat. He was on some goat shit when he made him. The pen was on fire when he created Aizen, bruh. He was on that. He was on this Death Note ish when writing the names in the freaking book. He was on that level, bruh. He was on some top tier ish when he made that nigga, bruh. That's all I'm gonna say. Hands down, Aizen is the GOAT, man. I was gonna originally talk about Bleach. Just Bleach in general, because this video was literally just gonna be about freaking Ichigo, my journey with Bleach. But as soon as I started thinking about Aizawa, Aizawa Sensei, My Hero Academia. I'm a huge My Hero fan. As soon as I started talking about Aizen, as soon as I started thinking about that nigga, pause. As soon as I started doing that, I was like, man, I'm sorry, I can't stop talking. I'm gonna have to talk about Aizen, bro. Because I originally wanted to make a video about Aizen. Besides talking about my Bleach journey, I wanted to make a video about Aizen, talking about how GOAT he is and all that other stuff, because he really is a GOAT. And Madara is who he was. Is Madara? Madara wanted to be like him, but he can't, because he got hold. But yeah, man. Before I go, I just want to say this. CC2, Cyber Connect 2. Whatever y'all next game is going to be announced, I swear if it is not Bleach, I will be highly disappointed in y'all, bruh. The streets have been asking for a Bleach video game for a long time. A Bleach game that's just like the Storm games. Y'all did it with Demon Slayer, a game based on swords. But you're not gonna do it for Bleach? The Godfather? The inspirator, the trendsetter, the main man himself, Ichigo. I'm telling you, man, if they would have made a Bleach game, like the Storm franchise, nigga, I never would have watched Bleach. I'm gonna keep it a buck, because that's literally how I caught up with Naruto at one point. Cause all I watched was part 1 Naruto. I tried to watch Shippuden, but I couldn't because they weren't showing it on TV. And you know, back in the days when YouTube was doing it, when the part 1s and the part 2s and stuff, that's how I watched then. After that, I didn't have no source of the furthest I got with Shippuden was when Naruto had fought Orochimaru. That was the furthest I got in Shippuden. After that, I had no sources of finding out where to watch it. After that, it was just the Storm games. I just played the Storm games, and that's that. I didn't start reading the manga until Obito, until the end of Storm 3, when we broke the mask, broke Obito's mask, and they didn't show his face. They just ended the game right there. It was like, I will see you again, blah 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 blah, you know, something like that. And then bam, I was like, I want to know who this nigga is. So I was like, all right, bet, let me go read the manga. Turns out Obito Uchiha, blah 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 blah. I was like, okay, then I played Storm, then I watched the anime, then I watched the manga, then I read the manga, then I watched the anime, and then I played Storm Forward, and blah 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 blah. You get the gist. But they need to make they need to make us a Bleach game. That needs to be their next game that's being announced. Because it's been a good minute for Bleach. Bleach deserves it. Bleach deserves this game. It needs it. It needs Storm-like game. I don't care if it's just the first. I mean, they could just do all of them in one game. I mean, if we keep it in a buck, just do the whole damn game, and then if they get to it, make the thousand year blood arc, make that DLC, and then bam, there you go. You got a Bleach game that's just like the Storm franchise. Boop. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.